Jamaican fella spinning a fish round his head. That was de-trout spinners. And he tried to make it sound. I mean, it doesn't work.
You have to speak in a Jamaican accent and say the trout spinners.
But they wouldn't say trout. They'd say Detroit.
Trout spinners.
So it doesn't work there. So that's the stupid Wet Knee Houston. Yeah. No one called Wet Knee Houston.
Yeah. So you need to basically crawl inside Carl's head and figure out what's going on in there if you want to win these. We've got some Kylie collectibles for Rockbusters.
The good thing about crawling into Carl's head is there is a lot of room.
There's plenty of room. It's very much like when God created the earth. You can just fill it out with anything. Birds. So your Rockbusters clues this week then, Carl.
Alright, so as always, we did it last week.
What can you win now?
The Kylie collectibles, just
brilliant. Excellent. Should we throw in some stuff of ours? Just
if you've got any
we get it for free, extras, flanimals, etc.
Got some other junk lying around the office.
Yeah.
So then, 3 clues, you text in with the answers, you win the stuff, right? First clue. The initials of the band of the artist are FF.
FF, okay.
FF. And the sort of cryptic...
I know it already.
And the well, not really, no. And the cryptic clue, I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. Right, what's going on there?
No, I don't know it.
Right, there's the clue.
Say that again.
I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. That's weird. FF. Right, FF, what's the band of the artist?
The clue changes ever so slightly every time.
I know.
Right, the next one. My granny's is taking a penalty. She better get the ball in the back of the net. NM. Artist or a band. NM. That's an old artist, by the way.
Give it to us again.
NM. My granny's taking a penalty.
I've got it.
She better get it in the back of the net.
It's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one. Alright. That might be his best ever. Wow.
There you go. Right. And the last one, this is a tough one, but we know how it works.
Wow, when he says tough, he means doesn't work.
Yes,
does not work. Repeat, this does not work. Go on.
The initial of the band, it's an 80s band. I think I've got to help them out. A is the initial, right? And the clue is, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that. What am I? Right. So, letters A, the cryptic clue. And where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that. What am I?
And the initial?
A.
882921.
That works.
You can give us a call 0500 288
I'm getting worried now because I'm getting all these.
That's really scary. Gervais@bbc.co.uk if you've got an answer for or you need all 3 of those to win those Kylie collectibles.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Well done.
Play a little cheeky song.
Yeah.
Razorlight. Golden Touch. On Radio 2. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington.
Alright.
We were going to have a quick assessment of the year's events because it's been a tumultuous year in many ways, Rick. Some steps forward. I'm sure you'll agree with the ban on fox hunting.
Absolutely. I really can't believe it took to 2005. And then people moaning, we can't go and hunt fox. Oh, why not? You can't go and have a fox ripped to pieces. Oh, what do you want to do instead?
I never understood it because it was people getting up in arms, and it's a sport for them. It's a game, so it's like you can't play Yahtzee anymore. You've got to play Guess Who. Well, all right.
And all this rubbish about it's what foxes do. Oh, is it? Oh, but why do you like it? You wouldn't want a robot fox because you want to see blood. My brother-in-law was doing this job as a driver, and he went to this sort of really posh school, and he was talking to someone there. They're into fox hunting and stuff, and he said, I don't agree with just chatting to us. I don't agree with fox hunting. They went, oh, why? Are you a vegetarian? He went, no, I eat meat. They went, you eat meat, but you don't agree with hunting. He went, why? Do you eat fox?
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a ridiculous argument.
Are you pleased with that ban, Carl?
What sort of? I don't think we should sort of any animals, should we?
I totally agree.
And sort of, respect their place and that. I mean, I went on holiday once, right? Went into the sea, right? Was only up to my knees, right? Got stung by a jellyfish, right? Sure. And what I mean is, the sea. That's someone else's territory, isn't it?
Right.
And I could have had a moan. But I was like, well, I shouldn't be here.
Whereas if you went home and you were watching telly and a jellyfish came at you...
I'd say, what's going on?
You would, wouldn't you? You would say what's going on, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd definitely... If a jellyfish came out from behind your telly and clamped onto your face, you go, Suzanne, what's going on? What's a jellyfish doing? I don't go into the sea. But it's like when they, that bloke that climbed into a polar bear cage and got eaten. and there was a thing about have the polar bear put down. No, don't have the polar bear put down. You took him from the ice caps, popped him in a zoo, right? That's his house now. He didn't want to be there, right? And then someone climbed in. I love it when a matador gets gored to death. I love it, because the bull didn't want to fight.
Happy New Year. But also this year, of course, we've had the gay civil marriages, or the civil ceremonies. I'm not entirely sure yet what this is. Do we loosely call it gay marriage, just for the sake of ease?
No, it's just it's officially a civil marriage, isn't it? They're not saying it's a marriage as such, because I don't know if the church acknowledge it or not. I'm not sure. We got enough vicars listening.
They can
let us know. Yeah.
But I don't know if you read it. I read it in the paper the other day.
But the church is going to look nice, isn't it? The flowers are going to look brilliant,
really good,
aren't they?
But I don't know if you read the other day that I was pleased to read that John Inman, Mr. Humphreys from I Being Served, has just been involved in his civil ceremony with his long-term partner.
Whoa. John Inman's gay?
Yeah, no, I know, it's stunning, isn't it?
I know, unbelievable. I do like it when one of those sort of people that are so obviously gay, they come out after some news. Sit down, mate, just sit down, I've got some news for you. Oh, hello, Alan. Like your new pink tracksuit, by the way. That's what I want to talk to you about. I'm actually gay. And they all have to go, you're joking.
Yeah, they can't fake it.
No way.
Like when someone knows there's a surprise party for them, they've got to pretend that they... Oh my god, I can't believe it.
But so what we've had it is a year of disasters, which is it does seem worse this year. I don't maybe I'm hitting that age where I think there was it was nicer before, but it was a year of disasters.
It's been terrible. We've had the obviously Hurricane Katrina and the tsunami and the earthquake and things, and it's obviously been terrible, and we don't want you to be flippant about that, but the only time I was praying for a natural disaster of biblical proportions was when I was watching Celebrity Love Island. and it never happened, sadly. And some of the dregs of humanity on that show, I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but Paul Danan is a joy, because he's a mental case, and I'd say that, I don't know if that's libelous, but, I mean, if anyone's seen the show... What did you say? I said he was a mental case.
It's pretty libelous. I think he could sue you there.
Okay, well, I'll take that back.
Take that back. He's not a mental case.
I
mean, let's face it. Before you say anyone is stupid or a mental case, do the old binary sort. Are they madder and thicker than Carl? If not, I think you know.
That means I can never accuse anyone of being stupid. But I love that he was talking about Lady Isabella Harvey, and he went, I love Lady Isabella Harvey, because the thing is, like, she don't like books, and I don't like books.
Brilliant, they've got something in common.
The idea that something in common is something that they don't do together.
I love the idea that people always will sit around just praying for a big wind.
Just a big wind.
And the only big wind was from Rebecca Lewis. In the Ghetto by Elvis. That's one of the 10 songs that Carl likes.
Yes.
I mean, I've never met anyone who is, I don't know, so underwhelmed by music and the plethora of
no, I do like it.
But it was something about when I first got my iPod, which I absolutely love, okay, and I was downloading, I said, it's got 10,000 songs in it, wasn't he that many for? He said, I like a Walkman. He said, you know, you're going for a walk, listen to that. He said, how long's the walk? When do you need 10,000 records? And he was trying to work with the ones he put on, and he got to about 7. And what do you like? You only like songs with a story?
Mainly, a song that, you know, when you pop it on, you go, right, I'm going to listen to this for however long it is, and you've got to check it all out. You can't just turn it off and fade it off, because you've got to hear how the story ends.
But how many times can you hear the same story? I mean, it's a great tune, but it's not because it's a story, it's because the lyrical content, apart from the story aspect, and the beautiful tune, and the way he sings, and the production.
No, it's not about that.
Otherwise you just go, bloke, he born the wrong side of the tracks, tries to nick a car, gets shot. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but think about what you just said, and what I'm saying is, if you get up to, he was born on the wrong side of the tracks or whatever, I'll turn it off now, you'd be going, I wonder what happened to him. So you listen to it all.
What other songs are there songs of the story?
There's one, Johnny Cash, when he's nicking a car from a factory.
What happens there? I don't remember that song.
He works in a car factory, and every day he's going, right, I'll nick a little bolt, right? Yeah. Then he nicks a wing mirror, and I think he nicks like a gear stick and that.
So if you've got 7 songs that you like, I mean, it must be, what's your favourite song?
But how could you do that? Because you haven't heard how that ended now, you see. I've just told you there what he was doing.
Because you've probably got it wrong.
I haven't. And
I assume everything you say is probably wrong.
There you go then, you'll never know. And that will annoy you now. So, other songs I like, Rod Stewart, Killing a Georgie.
Oh yeah, that's your favourite song, isn't it?
That's good.
Because it's, yeah.
What's the story there?
Just about a little gay fella goes to New York, because that's like, I think it was in the 70s when, like, you know, if you were gay and that, New York was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was like, you know, where they all went and stuff. Had a good life there. His dad didn't. I think his dad kicked him out or something.
No, I'm sure you're thinking of Small Town Boy by Bronski Beat. I'm sure you're getting all these mixed up just because it's another little gay fella, as you call him.
Anyway, he goes to New York.
He goes to New York.
He's having a wedding.
Yeah, having a good time in the 70s.
Oh, you're right. His dad said, "How can a son of mine not be straight?" I take it all back. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And he goes to New York and that. They go out late, don't they? They have like late nights out and stuff.
What do you mean?
No, I just mean, you know, gays like to party and that, they like to live, you know what I mean, they get the most out of life and that. Partying late. He was on his way home.
I'm sorry, that's such a general
Everyone goes out late and parties.
What do you mean they like to go out late?
No, it's just if you go in Soho in London, right, at like 5 in the morning, you think it was like rush hour.
But you assume anyone who takes a bit of pride in their appearance is gay.
Well, I mean, no, you can look after yourself and that without being a little gay fella, but I'm just saying that's what that song's about.
Can I just say, anyone's offended by this, he means no harm, he doesn't know, he knows not what he says, really. Everything from Carl is totally genuine, he's not having a go, you live and let live, don't you?
He's a bit like Mork from Mork and Mindy.
He hasn't got a prejudicial bone in his body, but go on then.
Yeah, so, and then because he was out late, he was walking back and sort of, it's a bit of a sad ending, he gets attacked and that, but it's a good song if you want a song with a story. Rod Stewart, Kevin and Georgie.
Brilliant.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we should get people to just text in, just a few people, if they've got any songs they can recommend to Carl. We may be getting played to him.
Pinball Wizard.
Pinball Wizard Love.
That was a good one. That's about blind fella.
Right.
Deaf, dumb and blind kid.
Oh yeah, deaf, dumb and blind, right? But he loves pinball. I don't know if he knows what he's playing. No, it's just that he's a pinball wizard, but, you know, if he's deaf, dumb and blind, does he know what game he's playing?
Sure.
Does he even bother putting money in it? Well, no, forget it. If you
Hungry Heart from the Boss on Radio 2, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington, and of course Richard Gervais.
We don't mean the boss on Radio 2, we don't mean Leslie Douglas. That was Bruce Springsteen.
I don't think anyone was having that confusion.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Just you.
Just in case, okay.
We were doing, about 20 minutes ago, Rockbusters, special New Year's Rockbusters. 3 clues, 3 bands or artists. We've had a number of responses. It really worries me when people get this right.
Well, I was worried that I got it right.
Well, I don't know what it says about our audience. It's like, why are we bothering? We may as well just shoot off. They'll be happy just watching the tumble dryer going round.
I know. Carl, come on then. What are the clues again? Here we go.
Right then, so there's 3 clues. First one, the initials were FF, right? And that was, if I've got snails and croissant, that's like the clue. What band or artist is that? Think about it, right?
Go on then.
The initials were FF. That's Franz Ferdinand, right? So like
Whoa!
Franz Ferdinand. It's
Franz Ferdinand.
France, because it's like that's
France,
what the
yeah. Should be French, really. You can't say France food, can you?
So
French food in hand.
French food.
I've never heard of a band called French Food in Hand.
Well, a lot of people got it. As
I know, but French Food in Hand. What are they? What label are they on? What label are they on?
It's just French Food in Hand. So you got that, right?
French Food in Hand, yeah.
Second one was my granny's taking a penalty, right? She better get the ball in the back of the net.
Go on.
NM with the initials.
Yeah.
Try and work it out. Your gran, that's your nan. Ball in the back of the net. That's Nana must score it, right? Nana must score it, right?
Nana Muscori. Okay, I'll give you that one.
And who is it? Nana
Muscori. Nana Muscori.
Yeah, so
Nana Muscori.
right, so that works. And then
No, it doesn't work,
Then
but
the
it's
final-
close enough. It's close enough.
the final one was, the initial was A, right? And the clue was, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and giraffes and all that sort of stuff. What am I? Right? That's I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu. No, I got
I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu.
So that works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
3 good clues as always there.
Well, not really. Couldn't really call them cryptic, but
Well, I'll give it to David Lyons of Ellsbury,
first one in.
Buckinghamshire, Franz
He got them
Ferdinand,
all.
Nana Muscuri, and Emma Zulu. Well done, David.
he gets the Kylie collectibles, which is what is it?
Just some Kylie collectibles.
Live signed
There's some
stuff.
signed
and
stuff on there. Some more. I hope he's a Kylie fan.
We're throwing a signed extra DVD and some flannable stuff as well.
And on Monday, get straight down to some kind of clinic. Have your brain examined.
Alright, better Kate Bush.
Kate Bush, King of the Mountain. Must be a song about the Tour de France or something.
Yep.
Wear a helmet. Always wear a helmet.
Good advice. Now, as you mentioned earlier, Rick, last week we had a spokesperson from the Church of England who was offering a spot at some kind of Manchester church for Carl to do a sermon, educate the kids on the Bible and all things religious. We've preempted that. We're first instalment in the first hour, and it was very slow.
You've got to do it quicker. If this is a Brit, I mean, that was nearly longer than the real thing.
Yeah,
that, I mean, you
turning people off religion.
I mean, God only took 6 days. Do you know what I mean? And you were pushing that.
But this is what...
And he made it. You were just talking about it.
But this is what vicars do, isn't it? They drag it out. This is their living. If
They don't
rushed
drag it out.
What do you mean? When you go to church...
What do you mean if they do? If they rushed it, what?
Well, they wouldn't have a job, would they? So you've got to make sure you do everything that needs to be
You
told
reckon they're
about.
milking it, do you?
Well, just a little bit. I mean, you said that, not my words. But yeah, that's why I can't, rush it. You've got to tell the story, haven't you?
Oh, well, you need to get the Old Testament out of the way, because we're not even on to the New Testament yet.
No.
We've only got an hour and 10
I'll
minutes.
just do it right.
Jesus hasn't even made an appearance, and he's like the star, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, we're all waiting for him to make it.
Yeah, he's like Brad Pitt coming in.
And I'll tell you, this at the moment it's a bit like the film King Kong I went to see. 3 hours long. It's 50 minutes before Kong makes an appearance.
Well, exactly. Let's get to the main event. Come on.
I can't now. Anyway, just where we left off, just in case you just.
Don't recap.
I'm just saying that Jesus is the main event because it's the Church of England. There are other religions where he's probably not as high up.
He's not as featured as
He's not. No, he'd be third on the fourth on the billing.
No,
Right.
all I'm saying is we left it where Adam and Eve had kids. They were arguing a lot. The kids didn't listen to them.
Well, they weren't arguing a lot.
They did. They had a bit of an argument.
The kids did, yeah, but Adam and Eve didn't argue, did they? They were loving it. They were having a great time.
Well, no, not once he ate the apple.
I'm an atheist, and I'm trying to help him out.
Can we get on with it? Because we're just recapping what we already got bored over
Yes,
here.
come on! Get on with it!
I'm just saying.
Oh.
So the kids didn't listen to the mum and dad because they had a criminal record and that for nicking the apple. The kids were running riot. They were not bothered. So let's pick up.
I'd like to apologise there. I'm just going to say, it really isn't worth complaining. He doesn't know what he'd get off. In a court of law, he'd get off. He's got, I don't know, he wouldn't be culpable for his own actions.
Come on, I'm getting bored of this now.
Okay.
Right, so, God, you got to a point where it's all going wrong, right? People are doing what they want, Adam and Eve aren't listening, all the rest of it.
No, he gave him free will.
I've got
so
to do
the story
something.
goes. Oh, this is making me...
So, anyway, right, so he said, how can I get rid of all the badness and that? So, he made it rain, right? It rained for ages, people got sick of the rain and that, right? Cleaned it all out, right? Before he did that, though, I forgot something that's quite important. He met up with this bloke, Noah.
They met up over a coffee.
Yeah.
And he said to Noah, look,
Get an umbrella.
I like you and that. Here's a little job for you.
All I'll say is buy shares in galoshes.
Yeah. No, I don't want to go anything away, but you get a boat.
Yeah.
And get a big boat.
He said, what I want you to do, right, make this boat up. He said, and when you've done that, go about, right, and get 2 of everything. Right? So, it
Man
was
and
like,
female.
that's a big job, isn't it?
Man and female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you know, because do you know I always say I always put myself in the situation of the person's job and that?
Yeah.
I was thinking I can sort of sort out a man elephant, man woman and that. I wouldn't know how to do it with a spider.
What? I don't know why he brought on spiders. I do not know why Noah brought on spiders, because he missed an opportunity there. Get rid of all things like that. Yeah. Get rid of the spider, and get 4 flamingos or something. Or get 8 chimps. Let's use the space wisely.
But the weird thing is, right, with the spiders as well, because he did get the spiders on, didn't he? It rained, right? It rained for ages, like what was it, weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Raining that. So and then he let out a bird. I think it was a raven.
No, it wasn't.
Right, come on, let him finish.
It wasn't a raven.
This is a fact. He let a raven out, right, and he didn't come back. So already his system had broken because he only had 1 raven left then, right? So he was like, oh. So he said, right, he left it a couple of days. He sent a dove out.
Oh, that's it. That's what I know. You've been more than me. I'll say. Sorry. Is that what you did? You let a raven out first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
never trust a raven. Always give it to the dove.
Dove came.
Don't send a raven to do a dove's job.
I reckon the raven would find another ark, an unofficial ark that was just like a party ark.
Come on!
Right, so the dove came back.
Yeah.
So he said, right, there must be dry land somewhere. Right?
Okay.
So anyway, he was like, let's just hang about.
Why do you think that?
'Cause it found a twig or something.
Exactly. Say what you... Why couldn't that be the top of a tree, though? Why could it... How did he know that?
Rick, if you are going to add to this, we're never going to get it done.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right, so there was mud everywhere because the water went down. Mud everywhere.
Where did the water go?
Shut up! Where did it go?
Shut up! We haven't got time to go into that. It doesn't make sense. If the whole world was flooded, where did the water go?
We have not got time for this.
Where did the water go? Tell me, is it... it's got to be
Didn't it
specific.
say it was a kid's Bible, wasn't it? It wasn't going in depth. It just said the water went away. Right?
Where?
It floated off. I can't be bothered.
ELO, we've had an email here. It says, stop rambling and get on with it. About some ELO. Well, there it is. And he asked us to dedicate it to his wife Fiona McCallum, and that's love from Penji or Pengi or Pengu or something.
I realise that if